Hello everybody, this is TechStack here, and this is episode 4 of my Season 3 Let's Play on the TSCraft server. Today we're going to start off with something a little bit different here. I was flying around exploring, looking for some different things, and I've came across this hill here, and I believe this is one of the THOMcraft hills that has spawners and all sorts of ugly nasties inside of it, so I'm going to jump in it here in just a second. Okay, I'm back here, guys. Let's go take a look at this thing. See what we've got in here. Oh, there's a hole outside of it. Hey! I'm coming in through the bottom this time, I guess. Let's not break these spawners. In fact, I might need to go get some torches in order to do this right. Yeah, why don't I do that? Just real quick here, I can make some torches. In fact, I'll get some torches cooked up here. I'm gonna chop down a tree and cook the logs in charcoal, etc. And I'll be right back. So while I'm chopping down this tree here, so I can get the charcoal, you've probably noticed on my channel I have not put out a video in well over a week. I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, my job has become very, very time-consuming over the last month, really, and it finally just caught up with me, and I had to take a little bit of a break. You know, I was working 12-hour days, 10-hour days on a regular basis. Just didn't have time to record and do all the editing and everything else involved in it. So now, hopefully, I can get on more of a regular schedule at the very least. I'm still pretty new to YouTube, but I would like to be able to make it a regular thing to get videos out at the very least, at least one a week, but I definitely would like to do well more than that. There's just a lot that I end up playing. You know, I still play, it's just I don't always have the time to record. There's a lot more involved in being able to record. I have to be able to get to somewhat of a quiet environment so that the recording comes out nice, and things like that. That doesn't always work out. Usually can only do that in the morning, and you know, when you're playing a game, sometimes you'll hit a certain spot in the game where you really can't progress forward until you do X, Y, and Z, and if I'm not waiting to do that until the next day, then I end up doing it off camera. So anyway, let's get just a couple more torches here. You can probably hear my dogs barking outside. Let me go see what they're up to, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. That was interesting. I went to check on my dogs here in real life, and came back, and there was an explosion here. So, good thing I have my modular power suit on, otherwise I would have been dead. And did I just... Yes, I got a skeleton skull. Cool. Anyway, let's see if we can take care of this thing now. Get this area lit up. I know it looks like it's lit up right now, but that's because I have on my modular power suit a night vision attachment, whatever you want to call it. So while it looks like it's day right now, if I take this thing off, you can see it's dark in spots. So anyway, it makes it great for recording though, because you guys can all see what I'm doing even if I'm down in a dark cave. Punch 2, not bad. And a Mistcraft Age, Enchanted Forest Biome. That sounds like something from Twilight Forest. So anyway, not the best finds in there. At least we got a skeleton spawner we can come back for later if we choose to. But anyway, I'm gonna head off and continue exploring. I was out and about looking for some oh, the blue trees, what are they called? Not thaumic trees, silverwood trees. Just gonna use them for decoration over by my area, and once I find a couple saplings for that, I will be back and show you off the new area, the changes I made. Like I said, this has been a couple weeks since I recorded last, or not a couple weeks, probably at least a full week, if not a little bit more. And a lot has changed, as you can imagine. So I will be back. Look at this. I was flying around, found this village, which is right on the edge of a cliff, obviously, but cow, villager, cow, villager, zombies, cows. There's this weird placement of stuff here. They're just kind of all hanging out on ledges. Anyway, let's get care of these zombies real quick. Ooh, must be lag. Oh, your door's gone, guys. Sorry. Here, let me fix it for you. There. Come back to your beautiful home. That's got a huge drop off for its front door. Oh, there's no silverwood. I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I have not had any luck finding any silverwood, so I guess I'll do that hunt another day, maybe in a Mistcraft age or something like that, where they're a little bit more prevalent to find. Found a couple silverwoods, but no saplings. As you can see here, we've made some progress on this shop. It's going to be pretty massive when we're done, and at least that's what I have envisioned. Even if the whole thing's not used, at least make it massive so it looks cool. You know, we're up here at almost cloud level at the very top of this thing, so it'll be cool. But anyway, some of the other stuff I wanted to show off here. I've created a little bit of a path out here to our secure area, which is inside of our MFFS setup. I've got a couple places over here where I'm probably going to stick in some silverwoods or some type of fancy tree if I can't get a hold of some silverwoods. Just created some lamps out of some TSCraft inverted lamps, the yellow ones here, and some green ones mixed in with this hedge, and then some red power 2 iron blocks cut up with the handsaw, just to make a little bit of a lamppost. One of the cool things that we've discovered the other day, myself and Zarified, if you set up your MFFS field, with a camouflage option, you can put different blocks in it, and normally it'll show the block. But as you can see here, we've got a transparent pattern on here, and the way we did that is we just used the TSCraft blocks, and anywhere that it would normally glow on the block becomes transparent. So if you take and use one of the TSCraft soil, oh, maybe we don't have any in here. Thought we did. And let's just use this inverted yellow light. If we stick this in here, you can see my pattern now. Oh, come on. There. It changes. And it is transparent. You can make some very cool designs we found out doing this. It all just depends on which one you choose for your TSCraft block to put in there. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because that was something that I had not anticipated at all when we were doing this. So anyway, some other things we set up here. You can see I have went pretty nuts with the Applied Energetics mod, setting it up. I've got an matter fabricator now hooked up to some hybrid solar panels, or Ultimus hybrid solar panels. They just feed directly into this thing. Then the AE setup that we have. Come on, we're getting some lag. Yeah, the import bus pulls out all of the UU matter that it would be put into this thing, and the export bus automatically exports all scrap out of the system into this thing, and it's set to move a whole stack, and it's set to craft it also. So if you look in this thing, it is always full of scrap all the time. So as long as there's sunlight and or energy is stored in these things, it will be producing UU matter and pulling it into the AE setup. This piece over here, you can see we also have another line going through a transformer series and going down to a recycler. The recycler is controlled by this export bus back here. It automatically always exports cobble, whole stacks at a time, so it's constantly trying to fill this thing up. And it does that only when there's less than 64 of the scrap in the system, because that export bus is set to only output when there's no redstone signal. So when there's no redstone signal, which is caused when there's less than 64 scrap in the system, it turns on the recycler basically because it starts dumping out items into the recycler. Recycler has a import bus over here on this side. Come on, lag, go away. There we go. And it moves a single item at a time. Let's change that up to a stack. Not that it produces scrap that fast anyway. But what that does for us is we have a constant supply of at least 64 scrap, sometimes more. It just depends on how much cobble gets backfilled into the recycler and how much it produces out. So that's fine by me. And then over here in our pattern reticular assembler, we have a pattern for scrap. So it knows how to turn scrap into, or 9 pieces of scrap into one scrap box. So that's how it goes through the process. It's automatically converting all cobble in the system solely over to scrap boxes, or scrap first, then scrap boxes, and that is used to generate UU. So nice setup. A little bit bulky as far as this usage of space here. I probably could compact it down some more, but I was just testing out and just throwing things down. I threw down the matter fabricator and then later figured, hey, I should set this up to our system and that kind of thing. Over here you can see I've got my Tesseract that's just hooked up to my quarry, and the Tesseract just basically dumps everything into this wooden chest up here, and that wooden chest kind of acts as a buffer for the AE system. The AE system just automatically imports everything that's in this chest, and it does it in stack mode. If you don't do it in stack mode, then it will pull out one piece of cobble at a time and it will overflow that chest if you're not careful. So that's important. Then also over here we have these interfaces, and if I hold down shift here, you'll see that I've got this interface set up so that it knows how to cook all these different items when it needs them. The one up here is the one I wanted to show. Nope, over here is the one I show first. I got this export bus over here set up so that it will automatically export any copper, iron, tin, silver, gold, tungsten, lead, monazite, etc. out into the macerator. So it will, as soon as it gets any of those ores, it exports it out into this, and then there's an import bus on the side that just moves a whole stack at a time again and imports it back into the system. So raw ores come in from the quarry, automatically get processed in my rotary macerator. Then up here we have anytime there's dust detected of these types of dust, it will just automatically smelt them in this furnace, and then they get imported back into the system yet again, and we're good to go. So what this means is I basically have my ore processing for all ores set up right there, and I'm sure I could compact that down even more if I thought it through. Had to do some special wiring and stuff. We've got a ultimate hybrid powering this whole setup over here for all those. But yeah, I love the AE setup. It's so nice to be able to go in here and just right click on this thing and say smooth, or I'm sorry, stone, and oh, I've got 6 stone, pull it out. Oh, I need some more, I can craft it by hitting that craft button there, and away it goes, starts making the stuff for me. So it's just very, very convenient. And of course I can just come in here and I don't have to worry about sorting anything or overflowing chests, anything like that. The only thing I do have to worry about is overflowing the disk drives themselves. I did originally have the chest. I've upgraded to the disk drive. It's just more compact. The other way, I think I had like 1, 2, 3 storage chests on this. The disk drives work just fine. I mean, I'm accessing it from the terminal all the time anyway. As you can see here, I've got another 10, 14 items I can stick into that one, different types. And then this one I can stick in another 50 or so. So the rest of these are pretty well full, but they can, if this one has cobble in it, it can store more cobble though, because it's still got bytes to use. But yeah, that's the basic setups that I've got around this AE deal. I'm just using the smallest molecular assembler still. You can see I've got quite a few patterns encoded into it. Still have plenty of room for some more. To be honest, if it wasn't for the fact that I needed more patterns, this setup right here would be just fine. Right now, obviously, I've got plenty more room, but eventually I will fill it up because I just keep adding things as I craft things all the time. Let's see, what else we got going on? I've started on bees. Not something that I'm particularly interested in, but my method for coring is I typically quarry over an ocean. That way there's not some big ugly hole in the ground, and it just works. You know, there's no need to fill it in. The water that's in the ocean will automatically turn any lava into obsidian, so there's really no need to worry about lava stopping the quarry head or anything like that. Excuse me. The downside to that is you do not get bauxite. Bauxite is only in specific biomes, and it's biomes with trees typically. Was what I found from some of the other players, and also exploring myself, trying to find bauxite. The reason I needed the bauxite is I wanted to have titanium. I needed the titanium to make the matter fab. I also need titanium so I can turn my mining drill into an advanced or even diamond drill, and I need a ton of titanium to do that, and you need a ton of bauxite to do that. So my goal in starting with the bees is to hopefully get leveled up to where I can get the titanium bees. There is a bee that makes it. I know it's probably not going to make very much for me, but once I get to the point where I've got them actually producing, you know, I can just set it and forget it, because right now I have to manually, you know, pull the bees out and stick them back in it or rebreed them, which is fine because I'm trying to level up through the different breeds of bees to the specific ones I want. Once I get to a point where I've got the bees I need, I can automate it because I'll have all the propolis and everything else by then. But yeah, being able to get titanium without having to go explore and dig under some forest somewhere, just is a benefit for me, I think. 'Cause I still like to dig out oceans. Maybe eventually I'll set up a Mistcraft age for my coring. I don't know. But for now, ocean's the way for me to go. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different quarries, and it's time to set it up for another run. Not so much because we need more space around our dome down there or anything like that, but we're getting low on some resources, copper, things like that. Some of the other resources we seem to be doing just fine, but there's just a couple that we're getting low on, so wouldn't hurt to do. Yeah, I think this episode's probably going to be just a bunch of updates like I've done so far. Coming up on my channel, though, I keep kicking around the idea of making a map. I think I've mentioned this before. I'm really into that idea now. I've got some improvements upon it that I want to do. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to play it too, and that's why I want to do it. If it turns out to be something that's fun for my server members here, because I'm thinking of doing it on the server at some point, then I probably will share it with the rest of the world, the rest of my channel. So anyway, this might be a short episode. I haven't really been tracking how long I've been talking here. But I just wanted to get an episode out and let you guys know I'm still live and still doing videos. Just been a little bit overwhelmed with work, that's all. So anyway, this is TSCraft signing off. Have a good day. Bye now.